All right, check out these beautiful cornmeal muffins. I've made a dozen. I'm going to make a dozen more. And I'm going to bring you along for the ride. This was a recipe from the Betty Crocker website, Traditional Cornbread. I'm going to an event tonight, and I wanted to bring plenty of cornbread. So, as I said, the first round is done, second round on its way. This video is part of a collaboration named Flour It Up. It's hosted by Martin Midlife Misadventures, Ashley and Amy Martin, and every Friday featuring recipes that use flour. So let's get started. Okay, here we go with the dry ingredients first. Half a cup of sugar, 1 cup of white flour. I have it in this old Nestle's Quick container. This is fabulous. It just takes forever to get that chocolate smell out. Once you get it out, it's a great container. So 1 cup, these are half cup sizes, so I'm going to put 2 of them in. 1 1/4 cup of cornmeal. Got this classic yellow right here. So I have, again, the half cup size, so I'm going to put 2 1/2 of these to equal 1 1/4 cup cornmeal. Here, that's about right. All right, 1 tablespoon baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon salt. I have just preheated the oven to 400. I'm going to mix this up and then we'll do the wet ingredients. Let's get this well mixed up so that when you take a bite out of these, you don't get a big old chunk of salt or something like that. I don't know if you've ever had that happen to you, a big little pocket of baking soda or something like that. Not the most pleasant. So I'm going to go ahead and get this as mixed as I can, and let's get started with the wet ingredients. All right, 1/4 cup of melted margarine or butter. They say salted. I have this plant-based margarine. It's kind of a better quality, so I'm going to throw that in and melt that up. While that is melting, I'm going to put in 1 cup of milk. Let's add 1 egg. Oops. There we go. All right, here's my 1/4 cup melted margarine. I'm going to put that right in there and mix this up. And now I'm going to add the dry ingredients. You shouldn't over mix this. They say just enough to get it moistened, and then put it in the pan to bake. As I mentioned, I have preheated the oven to 400 degrees. They said it should be a little lumpy, and that's certainly what I did last time, and it worked out. So this is lumpy, and it's ready to go into the muffins. This made a nice even dozen. The last one I did, I filled them up about 3/4, and they rose nicely in the 400 degree oven, even in this silicone pan, which has been the bane of my existence. I think it's all right once you learn how to use it, and I'm slowly learning how to use it so that things puff up and whatever else needs to happen here. So 400 degrees seems to work better on this than lower temperatures. So fortunately this recipe calls for 400 degrees the whole way through. Probably about 20 minutes in the oven. I never pay attention. I just hang out. When it feels like it should be ready, it's ready. But here's what I do to double check. I like to see the sides of the muffins separate from the muffin pan. You can see, maybe you can, maybe you can't. There's a slight separation there. I also put a knife into the middle, and if it comes up clean, I know it's baked all the way through. So right now I took it out of the oven. It's still on the pan that I put it in the oven, and in the muffin pan, and also in the cookie sheet that was underneath. I'll leave it there for a minute or two, then I'll take it out, put it on the cooling rack, and then pop them out. All right, let's start popping these out. Nice on the bottom, nice on the top. These are gorgeous. So I will have 23 of these to take to the party. I did make 24, but I ate one. I believe I should try whatever I'm forcing on someone else to eat. So I'm going to go ahead and finish these up, and I'll show you what they all look like. And here they are, absolutely perfect. Each round of the recipe makes a nice even dozen. They always come out great. They look pretty and are delicious. I'm excited about the potluck tonight. Hopefully we're going to have a bonfire, but I'm not sure. It's supposed to be windy, and if so, we probably won't. Fire country, even though it's still early spring. So anyway, I'm excited. I'm going to wrap this up with some saran wrap and be on my way pretty quick. Thank you so much for watching.